Well, hello, Subregion D. I had kind of started doing these video updates last semester, and the immediate past governors really liked it. And then we kind of hit a rough spot with decons and then with the switch. So now that we're kind of acquainted, I figured I'd try to reintroduce these and see if this group of governors like the video updates as much as the last group did. And if not, then we can totally just do email and phone calls, normal plain old communication. The first thing I wanted to kind of go over is I did send y'all an email. I believe it was like 2 weeks ago. I still haven't gotten any replies to it. So if y'all could just click through your inbox and find that email and reply to it. I really need to know when is the best time for us to set up a phone chat with each other. They're just one-on-one. But right now it's kind of like that weird kind of in-between period where it's a little bit rough and a little bit uncertain for everybody. So kind of being able to touch base once a week or once every 2 weeks is really crucial right now. And then, once time goes on and you get a little bit more acquainted to your job and how we work together and how you work with your districts, then we can change it to anything you want once a month. Or, if you never want to talk to me on the phone, I guess you don't have to, although I'll miss hearing your voices. Um, and so that's really all I had on that. Oh, I did on that same email, I had included links to some of the previous reports as well as which districts hadn't turned them in. If you have access to that information, I'd really appreciate if you fill that out. It would really help us out knowing where we stand with our international goals, and you out with knowing where your district kind of stands as a whole. If you don't have that information, just when you reply to that email, let me know and we won't worry about it. We'll never mention it again. And now I'll kind of move on and we'll talk about the latest paid membership report, which is updated on the 18th of April. So it's a little more recent than the last one, which was updated on the 4th, I think. So, Moark, you're sitting at 8 out of 10 paid clubs. Uh, LMT, y'all are at 13 out of 14 paid clubs. TO, y'all are at 18 out of 22 paid clubs. Kansas, you're at 5 out of 7 instead of 6. That charter went through on Hayes, so that's really great. So 5 out of 7 paid clubs. And Nebraska, Iowa, y'all are at 9 out of 9. I know in the email I had said it was a 6 out of 6, but that's just a total typo. And I really apologize because I know y'all have more than 6 clubs, so I'm really sorry. And then I just kind of wanted to talk about some common questions that I've gotten from you all this past month or so. And the first one that I wanted to talk about was monthly report forms for clubs. Most districts have monthly report forms for clubs for club secretaries and club presidents. And usually how that works is like the club secretaries on our end from international, what we really need from the clubs is service hours, Kiwanis Family Relations, which is if you have, I believe it's 2 or more members from a Circle K club and another branch of the Kiwanis family present, then you get a Kiwanis Family Relation. And then in number of interclubs, which is basically the same thing as a KFR, but with other Circle K clubs instead of other branches of the Kiwanis family. And then outstanding members you can ask for on the district level, whatever you need to feel like you know what's going on in that club. But you just don't want to make it too complex because then you get people not reporting. So the simpler the better, but just make sure you get all the information you need. And then, so that's usually the secretary reports, and the president's reports are the ones that go to the governors. The secretary reports usually go to the district secretary, who then compiles all the information and sends it to the district governor for their report. And then the president's reports go to the governor and they review them, and it basically is things like outstanding member, how are you being, like, how is your relationship with the district board, how is your relationship with your lieutenant governor, is there anything more that you need from us to help your club, any resources, that sort of thing, so that you know what's going on in that club and you can better assess their needs. So that's as far as really as it goes on clubs. I know some districts are moving more towards online function, and that's been working pretty well to my understanding. I know there's SurveyMonkey, which is a free survey site online, but it does limit the number of surveys you make. So when you make it, you might have to put an option for like month so that you can make saved copies of them every month and then delete them so that there's more room for the incoming ones every month. And I think Google has a survey function as well. So that's really what we have as far as club reports go. And then some of y'all have asked about officer reports on the district board. And I have still have some of mine when I was a lieutenant governor. They were on paper. I think I know TO is doing them online now, I believe. And those are basically like you still need to know number of service hours in Kiwanis Family Relations and interclubs, but not for your division or for your district, but for yourself. So that way you can set district board goals as well as district goals as far as those sort of things go, and just kind of better accountability for yourself. And then also for like lieutenant governors, you'd say what your clubs have been up to, any problems that you've been having, getting in contact with anybody, that sort of thing. If you went to visit a club, what'd you do on the visit? That sort of information would be on the reports for like a lieutenant governor. Um, and then one other thing that I have been getting questions about is contact information for clubs. And at the international level, we actually do not keep a record of club officers, but you should have gotten that information from your predecessors, like the past lieutenant governors should have given it to the current lieutenant governors, et cetera, et cetera. And if that didn't happen, then what I would do is hopefully your administrator has a list of contact information for Kiwanis and faculty advisors. And if you can't get a hold of a club because of you don't have that information for the current officers, or you don't know anybody in that club, so you can't, ask who's your president, what's their email, then you can get a hold of the faculty advisor, the Kiwanis advisor, and tell them who you are and why you need the information, and then hopefully they can get you in contact with those people. And then the last thing that I wanted to kind of talk about is Service Week was this past week, as you all know, and it went really, really well from everywhere that I'm seeing. And if you had clubs participate, please encourage them to fill out the little form saying they participated, because everyone has the ability to be recognized this year for all that they did for Service Week. So please have them fill out the link. I'll post it below in the comments section on this video, and just have them fill out that link, and then they can get like a little certificate at the large scale service project if they have a representative there. So that's something that's really cool that we're trying to do this year, is let everyone be recognized for all the work that they're doing. And that's really all I have right now. I know y'all might have seen the little pictures of everyone saying why they served on Facebook or on the Service Week Google page. And if you have not, or people in your clubs have not, just because Service Week is over doesn't mean you can't do it anymore. So go ahead and take the pictures and post them on the Circle K International site, like Facebook page, and we will, hook them up to where they need to go, because we really do want to know what motivates you guys and why you're part of this organization. Um, that's really all I have for right now. I hope you're all having a great week. I know that TO just had their officer trainer for clubs, and Moark has their district officer trainer this weekend. So good luck, and I hope y'all all have a really wonderful week. I know finals are coming up, so study hard. School comes first, but get back to me too after you're done studying. All right, love you. Bye.